A new bill pre-filed here in Frankfort in memory of a Lexington cyclist killed in a DUI crash to help prevent similar tragedies from happening.
Why state agriculture leaders say they're banning bird sales in places like flea markets and swap meets for the time being. Something unusual showed up in a Madison County neighborhood today, and tonight it has people living there talking.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 11.
Good evening and thanks for watching tonight. A deadly crash could lead to a big change in Kentucky's DUI laws. Tonight, a state representative from Lexington has pre-filed a bill that would toughen the law on repeat DUI offenders. This comes just less than 3 weeks after Lexington attorney Mark Hinkle was killed in Scott County while riding his bicycle in the Horsey 100 event. Police say the driver accused of hitting him was drunk and had prior DUI offenses. Garrett Weimer has our top story at 11.
A memorial sits on Lemons Mill Road, marking the spot where Mark Hinkle was hit and killed by a suspected drunk driver. Now lawmakers hope a bill pre-filed in Frankfort in Hinkle's memory could prevent a similar tragedy from happening again.
That instance made me understand that we were not done making the roads safe.
Representative Kelly Flood says she pre-filed the bill to keep more repeat DUI offenders off the road. Current Kentucky law provides for stiffer penalties, including prison time for multiple DUI offenses. Flood's bill would double the look-back period for those previous offenses from 5 years to 10.
That way, we really are making sure that we're capturing folk who have chronic drunk driving problems, and we need to get them off the road.
Representative Flood says it's such a pressing issue because alcohol was a factor in nearly a fifth of Kentucky's traffic deaths last year. With the wound from Hinkle's death still so fresh, Flood says now is the time to act.
I think the most important way to understand it is this is the law that will make sure that Mark Hinkle's, that no other father, no other husband, no other best friend needs to die like this.
In Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Flood says her bill is identical to Senator Dennis Parrott's bill in the Senate. Flood says she hopes they can get the bills through their respective houses and onto the desk of the governor. An Eastern Kentucky County clerk indicted in a harassment case says he's not guilty. Perry County Clerk Haven King was arraigned today. Along with harassment, he's charged with wanton endangerment, reckless driving, menacing, stalking, unlawful imprisonment, and official misconduct. A college student claims that King followed her in his car, blocked her in, and then questioned why she was driving her grandfather's car with handicap plates. She shot video of the incident, which went viral. King's attorney says while what's seen in the video may not be appropriate, he says it's not illegal.
Mr. King did offer to apologize to the young woman for what was reflected in that video.
The judge set a trial for January 18th. King is still working as the Perry County clerk. If convicted of the wanton endangerment charge, he could face up to 5 years in jail. Is there a spike in violent crime in Lexington during the summer months? Tonight at 6 o'clock, a WKYT investigation looked into that. This week, 9 people have been shot in Lexington and 3 have died. We obtained documents from Lexington police for 2012, 2013, and 2014. In those years, the majority of crimes that police tracked started increasing in May, stayed up through the summer before dipping in the fall. But police say that you cannot predict the rise and fall of violent crime based on the season.
Any time throughout the year you have increases that can happen on a daily basis, just depending. I mean, every day is a new day, and things can happen.
Police say nonviolent crimes do tend to go up in the summer months because more people are outside. They say if you compare Lexington to other cities its size, this is a relatively safe city. And they point out crime is down during the first 5 months of the year compared to the same time last year. On WKYT.com, we have an interactive month-by-month look at crime in Lexington. After the string of shootings earlier this week, some people in Lexington are now looking for ways to stop it all. Community Inspired Solutions is hosting a town hall meeting later this month. Organizers hope the meeting will generate ideas to make the community a safer place to live.
If we could tackle this problem together, we would get the best results. You know, it's simple math. There's power in numbers.
The meeting will begin at 6 p.m. on Monday, June 22nd. It's being held at the Northside Library on Russell Cave Road. For many of us, temperatures reached 90 degrees today, and that heat and humidity will continue tomorrow. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has an early look at the forecast. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Sam. Indeed, it's kind of the early version of the dog days of summer, as we've advertised for a few days now, settling into town for the longer haul. We look at late evening temperatures on a day that saw many thermometers crack the 90-degree mark for the first time this young summer season. Still into the upper 70s across parts of central Kentucky. 78 Lexington, Richmond checking in at 77. It's 82 into Maysville. Let's fast forward to tomorrow morning, shall we? Upper 60s, low 70s. It is a very muggy and tropical start to the day. Noontime temperatures will hit the low 80s. Notice how we're a little cooler across parts of southern and southeastern Kentucky. What we're going to be seeing tomorrow is a little better chance for a shower or thunderstorm, so temperatures in some areas probably coming in a little cooler than what you had today by a degree or two. You get sunshine, you're going to hit 90. You have a little cloud cover or a shower or thunderstorm, you're going to stay into the mid and upper 80s. Some areas getting in on some of those showers and storms a little earlier. 10 minutes ago, we had a shower into Whitley County. That is going by the wayside. Showers beginning to decrease here across parts of east central Kentucky. Our weather watcher down in Campbellsville, Chad Martin, sending in this picture, sun setting with a rain shaft right beside of it. That's the dissipating shower and thunderstorm action that we are tracking out there right now. Out the door for your Friday morning, touch of fog and a muggy 70. Lunchtime already 80 to 85. Watch out for an isolated storm tomorrow afternoon. Sam and I come back in just a few minutes. We're going to take you through the weekend with an updated hour-by-hour forecast.
Thank you, Chris. It's led to the deaths of millions of birds in parts of this country. And tonight, Kentucky agriculture leaders want to make sure the avian flu doesn't become a problem here. So for now, the state veterinarian has banned the sale of birds in flea markets, swap meets, and other places where the disease could spread. Jordan Valines has tonight's story.
Kentucky's $1.2 billion poultry industry is among the largest in the nation, and the threat of infection to the state's #1 food commodity is looming. The spread of the avian flu has caused devastation to the poultry industry across the Midwest, killing nearly 50 million birds.
High-path avian influenza that is going on in a lot of the Midwestern states. We just felt that Kentucky needed a little more protection than we do on a day-to-day basis.
In order to get ahead of the disease, the state announced a plan that will put restrictions on the sales and movement of birds in Kentucky.
We are not going to allow sales anywhere where birds are commingled for sale to go on until we have a better handle on what this virus is going to do and how it's going to move.
Twice a month, the swap meets are held here in the parking lot of the Lawrenceburg Walmart, and many of the vendors exchange and buy and sell birds, but due to the new revisions, those exchanges will be banned temporarily.
Some of the backyard producers that sell chickens or other poultry at these swap meets obviously will be without that market for a period of time.
The state veterinarian says these steps are being taken out of abundance of caution for the greater good in order to keep Kentucky's commercial and backyard poultry industries secure. In Frankfort, Jordan Valines, WKYT.
The state veterinarian says the next big risk for the spread of infection will be in the fall when the wild waterfowl will migrate south. New tonight, a reward is now being offered for information leading to the arrest of the person shooting cats in Woodford County. As we first told you last week, investigators say someone used a BB gun to shoot at least 6 cats in the Lanes View neighborhood. 2 of the cats died. Woodford County Animal Control says PETA is offering a $2,500 reward in that case. Plenty of excitement in a Madison County neighborhood today. Some people there say they saw a bear. Berea police say they received reports of bear sightings this afternoon around Lee Page Court off Scaffold Cane Road. No one we talked to in the neighborhood tonight said that they had seen the bear themselves, but they didn't seem too concerned about it being around.
I love wildlife and got a wildlife camera in the backyard and love getting pictures of the does and so yeah, I would love to see it. I think it's exciting news.
Berea police say if you see the bear, don't go near it. This is not the first bear sighting in Madison County lately. People in the Waco area east of Richmond have also reported seeing a bear in recent weeks. A routine job turned tragic in Louisville today. In 9 minutes, what we've learned about a trench collapse that killed a worker this afternoon. And then a frightening ordeal for an eastern Kentucky woman. She says someone attacked her with a machete. Tonight, investigators say a trench collapse in Louisville has killed one man and injured another. They say the two were working on a sewer pipe along Dixie Highway when the trench collapsed on them this afternoon. Police say the men were trapped under 8 feet of dirt and concrete. One of them was rescued and taken to the hospital. His condition is not known. Police say rescuers could not save the other man in time. Investigators are not sure what caused the trench to collapse. New tonight, a Bell County woman says she's lucky to be alive. She says a man attacked her with a machete. Police have arrested 26-year-old Christopher Dixon and charged him with attempted murder. The victim, Irene White, says she's not sure why she was attacked. She says Dixon came up to her at a Middlesboro apartment complex, pulled out the machete, and started hitting her with it.
It was like something like out of a horror movie. I mean, at first when he hit me in the side of the head and hit me in the chest, I didn't realize that he'd hit me.
White says she has about 300 staples and more than 600 stitches on her body because of the attack, but she is recovering. Police say they're still trying to figure out what led up to the attack. Tonight, a Knott County family is asking for your help finding a missing loved one. They say Natasha Jones has not been seen since May 7th. On that day, her family says she left a note for her 2 sons saying she would be back in a few days. Family members say she has left home before but has never been gone this long. They reported her missing about a week ago. Police have followed up on a few tips, but they have not had much luck.
It's just murder any way you look at it, not knowing. I've never been through something like this before.
The family is offering a $1,000 reward for information leading to Jones's whereabouts. New tonight, Ashland police say they found hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of marijuana while investigating a burglary. Police say they showed up at a home on Palmer Street after spotting a vehicle they thought was connected to a burglary. After obtaining a search warrant, police say they went inside the home and started finding marijuana. They say they found more than 150 plants with a street value of more than $300,000. Police say they're now looking for a person of interest for the burglary and the marijuana operation. A Kentucky State Police trooper killed in the line of duty 50 years ago received a special honor today. State Police award Trooper Delano Powell with the Governor's Medal of Valor during a ceremony in Lexington. His widow and niece were on hand to accept the award. Powell was shot and killed in 1965 while trying to serve a warrant in Breathitt County. His widow says the award means a lot to her.
I was very honored to be married to this man, that he was so well thought of, and that people recognize, that he was a special person.
The Governor's Medal of Valor is the highest honor that can be given to a Kentucky State Police officer for heroism. Tonight in Williamsburg, community members gathering to welcome the next group of leaders to the Tri-County area. Tri-County Leadership inducted 21 new leaders during a ceremony tonight. The organization focuses on developing leaders in law and justice, economics, tourism, health, government, education, and communications. This year's class was challenged to look beyond county lines and become leaders for the entire region.